Welcome, everybody. We have a special stream today. We are going to tour 24 large garden homes from the Divine Design Alliance Housing Guild here on the PCNA server of the Elder Scrolls Online. So we have 24 homes to get to. We have a big list of these. I'm going to go to these in alphabetical order because I'm creative like that. And we're going to get some decoration inspiration, see what you maybe can incorporate into your own home, or just appreciate what other people have done here today. So, here we go. We're just going to go tour these. They have voting going on right now. This is a contest in the Divine Design Alliance Guild. So if you're in the Divine Design Alliance Guild, you have a couple days to get your voting in. So, otherwise, we're just going to have some fun with this and see the cool things that people have done. So, starting up, we're going into Alec Mazar's Strident Springs. Pixelated from Twitch says, ready to see some amazing homes and gardens. Here we go. So, question is, what criteria do you look for in a garden? I think it depends on the look that you're going for. I usually think of gardens in a very peaceful way. Maybe because they themselves don't tend to be intimidating like all the creatures or monsters that you'll encounter. Or other people. Gardens tend to be nice and relaxing. That can be one good thing. Or, especially within ESO lore, it might be feeding into, say, alchemical types of things where you're getting ingredients, getting chemicals, making concoctions, making potions and poisons. Or it could be gardens from a food standpoint, right? So it might be eating things. So, or just pretty flowers, or pretty trees. So lots of different takes. So I'm expecting lots of different things as we go through here. So first of all, we have, a nice place, nice setting to have a quaint game of punctilious conflict. Some gardens try to kill you. Well, I see that here. We do actually have these mantis plants. They will try to kill you. Well, they will kill you if you let them. So, nature's scary. Really good use of the wedding trellises. Just makes it look a lot more peaceful here. Mix says, I think conservatory is my favorite furnishing category. You could do a lot with them, and then there are other sorts of trees like these blooming trees where they have the petals coming off of them. I always love that. Adds a little bit more vibrancy to a home when you can see at least a bit of animation. Whether the trees sway a little bit, like these fabricant trees do, or whether you see those blossoms coming down. Looks really nice. Or using flowers to kind of frame other features of a home. So you might have a statue, and without all the nice flowers here, this would look kind of naked here, kind of barren. So, arranging that with nice hedges and the plants out front draws attention to it, makes it look a lot more settled into the home. Looks really nice. Somebody says, some have gardens inside too, like little mushroom ones in addition. Okay. This is Strident Springs. Glowy plants. Looking nice. Oh. Thank you, Jadar, ESO, with the follow. Thank you. Welcome to our Divine Design Alliance Guild Large Gardens tour. Or even just these really nice wedding blossoms in the water. Really brighten that up. Feels magical. Okay, so things that we can appreciate here, or if you see a particular arrangement that you think would work well in your home, can maybe jot down some ideas. I see that they have the door of this place blocked off, so I'm going to assume there's nothing inside. I'll check around the back. Maybe... Wow, this is an interesting thing that they did. Or maybe I can sneak in anyway. No, I don't think so. So, completely covering the base of this home with all these hedges makes it feel a lot more, you know, that much more garden-y, right? Okay, so that'll be it. It'll just be the outside. Gardens tend to be in the courtyards, though indoor gardens, ever more popular. Looks really good, right? Cloud Trader says, oh, yeah, Cloud Trader says their garden entry is almost entirely inside the structure. So we'll see different takes on gardens as we go through here. So thank you, Alec Mazar with the Stern Springs. Fantastic. Okay, next we're going to go to Arion 26's home. I've heard good things about this one, so my expectations are like super high, but we'll see. My understanding is Arion 26 had just recently joined the Divine Design Alliance Guild, so curious what they've been able to do in not a lot of time. Going to the Telgalen Tower, big mushroom tower. I wonder if they will have built off the mushroom theme or if they'll have departed from that. Why are there no dirt-filled planters? That's a good question. Oh, I did see on the data mined luxury furnishings there was supposed to be some big bowl of dirt, or it's more like a burial thing, but I think people will use it for dirt. That might actually be good. I don't know. Just even basic things like dirt would be nice. Ooh. Okay, so here we go. Turn the UI off so you can see more. Really welcoming with the blossoms coming down. Telgalen Tower. Completely covered in bright green trees and bushes. It looks very inviting. I feel like I should beeline into the inside. I'll check out the courtyard first, though. Stephanie says, I love this house. I fell in love. Let's see what there is to love here. A lot of big mushrooms. These have been added, so it kind of has been building off the large mushroom tower base home here. Even these big shield mushrooms. Using these new cactuses, these nice bright cactus plants from the luxury vendor the other week. Wonder how many people have already used those. Okay, am I supposed to sneak around here, or am I supposed to go inside? I think I'm supposed to go inside. Okay, I'm gonna go inside. Furnishings kind of end there. A lot of people get really creative with the dirt. That's what you have to do. I kind of feel like the outside of this is just a taste of what's going to be inside. It's really just drawing me in. I think it's like more the focus is on the inside. Oh, I see. I hear the frog color. Oh, I see these beautiful buttercake mushrooms. Lighting it up with crystals. It's very bright in here. Lighting is very important. You can do that with either a mix of various crystals or lanterns or glowy plants too. So that's always fun. Going with more of a Telvanni furnishing theme inside. So we do have all these, naughty, twisted furnishings here. Has a bit of an alchemical feel to it. So we do have the potions kind of scattered about, books for research. So it feels like an alchemy place. It was described. Oh, somebody described it as a botany school. So that would make sense. So this is more for botany. Okay, that makes sense. Carhabit says, "Hey, good to see you." Stabby says she thought that the Telgalen Tower was ugly, so she covered it up with the green stuff. I see. That Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, it's a clever use of just a clockwork keg to make a nice planter for this cactus. Or a spittoon. Redguard spittoon is a planter. Love the potted plants. Going creative with various items being used for that. Or here, we have a spittoon, but it's been sunk down into the ground. Or sunk down into the table, right? And the table itself has been sunk down, so it's lower. So you get a lower feel to that. Or it's literally more down to earth. So, I'll try to get my camera in a good place. And going along with the botany school theme, so it's kind of, you have a lot of plants in here, especially the Talvani type of a feel for the various things that people would be interacting with. And then, law books, books everywhere. A little book nook back here. There's a really creative use of this Eleanor Granful bookshelf where it kind of just fills in wherever you put it, right? So I think one of the big ideas here is just that this is kind of the plants have grown around this. The tower has grown around the bookshelf. So they kind of become one. I really like that. So this just kind of fits in very naturally here with the bookcase in the nook. Okay. Really good details. I'm really impressed. Great use of these retaining walls. They have a little bit of a curvature, right? And so you can kind of like S them however you want. Just kind of like snake them however you want. So you get, thank you. A nice look on that. Ms. Katie 420 with a 5-month resub. Thank you so much. You are incredible, Ms. Katie. Ms. Katie, I think you had entered our treasure room contest, if I was not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. Oh, no. I'm trying to think of the last thing I did with you. I think you had won a prize on one of our previous streams. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. You should enter our treasure room contest. That's this Saturday. No, you want to? Oh, you have time. You do have time. That's this Saturday. Yeah, these retaining walls. Just perfectly caress this. And then all of the different layers of the mushrooms, so you can see them, or the various other plants here, and kind of subtly putting in some of the glowing plants here and there, like these seedlings, or the glow stalks, or the star blooms. A really great use of color, too, right? And you can see like the light reflecting off the bottoms of the mushrooms. Colors add up a lot. So just really admiring this. This is so well done. Okay, there are going to be a couple of side rooms. We'll see if they're all done up or how that's going to look. Oh, that's a really cool hot tub here. Just very nicely nestled amongst the large fungal roots of this tower, right? It feels so calming. Pixelated says the butterflies add a lot of color and movement too. Yeah, there are butterfly bushes that you can add, or a couple other like swarms of butterflies or moths, or you can add various critters to your home. Okay, so we have a nice spa here and a beautiful bed. using the Telvanni bed and kind of doubling it up and then putting 1,000,000,000 pillows on this, because that's what we need. We need 1,000,000,000 pillows. It's a good looking bed, right? Getting great use of all the colors. Like this purple really stands out against all the green here. Again, going with a sunken table look on this. Really nicely done. Vivek Divination Pool. Yeah, it's super active. Okay, continuing along. This is Arion 26's Tell Galen. Botany School. So over here we do have kitchen area. Just still plants and everything everywhere. Really tying it together using the centerpiece here with the tables that have kind of been sewn together. These are those really large Telvanni organic tables, and if you kind of just overlap them, you get a really, really big structure. So that's really fun. And maybe covering up kind of the edges of that with the plants in the middle. So it's a creative use of those. Or over here, the same deal, using the tables, kind of curving them around, using multiple of them. And everything is just nice and nestled within the root structure here. I like the stove here, just perfectly framed by the fungal roots. Stabby says, she gave me good ideas. She's got clever details I never considered. Yeah, that's what is important. Can definitely be important. There are the small details. Would I go this way? I think I went that way. I missed one. There are 2 sweets. Oh, wow. Definitely has a magical feel to this. So many crystals and those really vibrant mushrooms. Feels very damp in here with the cave rock in here. Kind of allow the crystals to grow. Amazing how dark that is. That's using those Coldharbour boulders to make that blackness up in the wall. It's so bright. It's so bright. Good mix of the purple and the green. We had seen that a little bit in the other room, so just a lot of color contrast there. I think this home is doing a really good job of balancing between having things feel very settled in here and very natural fitting versus having an occasional pop of contrast. Okay, gonna go upstairs. And with our botany school, we have the dragon bone construct to greet us. We have we have one that needs to maybe be rescued. Poor thing. So, continuing with the botany school theme. Lots of plants, lots of books, lots of potions with these nice workshops. Right, like workstations. That's a cool way of doing it, with all the potions on the end. few books here and there, making your potions, getting some ingredients, maybe bringing in some exotic things to be used for your botany. Whatever, it feels, I don't know, I hope that they have good intentions here. Pixelated says, I adore it, I wanted to do something similar in one of the bedrooms. Okay, really fantastic home from Arion 26, Tolgalen Tower. So, we'll continue along here. We have 22 more homes, 22 more large gardens to tour. They're really fun. Okay, next up we're going to Badger Mutt's Old Mistvale Manor. As we continue to tour large gardens from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. I want to thank everybody from the Divine Design Alliance Guild for letting me come and tour these, and thank you to Stabity Doom for putting a list together for me, and thank you Wubin and the Divine Design Alliance Guild leadership for putting on contests like this. It's really fun. Continue along. Just hope you're not allergic to anything as we go through this, right? Everelia with a moo. Thank you, Everelia. That's what I need. I always need a moo. Go chomp on some things here. Okay, Badger Mutt's Old Mistvale Manor. They're talking about how they're having a schedule for performance upgrades. I wonder if it will help load times. I hope. Nice calming music to greet you into a relaxing garden. Oh, good to see these multicolored banded trio cactuses already being used. Here and over here. I have a really long name. I don't remember. It's like... There's one extra word. Multicolored banded trio cactus. There's one more word. Anyway. I like the big dark shade glow stalks with the fountain. Kind of feel like they're growing out of this. Oh, Mick says they love the use of the big gazebo thing. Oh, wait. Oh, this big thing. Oh, yeah, this is actually a crown furnishing, right? The big gazebo here kind of sets you up so that it's like, well, you can go this way, or you can go this way, or you can go this way. And it fits really nice with the garden. Yeah, it's not part of the home. Huh, what are these? Purple crystals. They almost look like claws, but I don't think they're claws. Are they claws? Oh, I think they are claws. I believe that's a giant crab. For whatever reason, there's a giant crab here in the garden. with the eye stalks up there, right? Nice gathering area under the crab. It's like we have become the crab's children as we gather together here next to the fire. It's adorable. It is. It is. It's not threatening. Like, normally you'd be like a little intimidated by crabs. I think maybe the dullness on the claws here maybe helps a little bit. It doesn't look quite as scary. It's cute. Oh, maybe it's like a giant crab from Varnfell. That could be that. It's an Ashlander meeting area. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side, and then we'll see if there's more garden inside. There might be. It's not blocked off, so I'd maybe guess so. sweet mother door with the brazier in front of it. Just a very subtle nod there to the Dark Brotherhood. We'll see if there are any not so subtle nods. The skulls here make this not feel quite as peaceful, or the big scary green flame in the back. But it does kind of set it within a kind of enchanted forest type of a setting. This feels very enchanted here. Okay, we have a side room. We have... I like the painting with the vines coming down it. And we have the toilet, the throne with the 3 seashells. Lovely, lovely. With some reading material. A broom if you need to ward people off. Huh, okay, okay. Not what I was expecting from a garden. It's an outhouse in the garden. It's a very lovely outhouse, isn't it? Yeah, it makes sense. It just has, it's more of like a latrine feel to it. With a big black hole. Okay, so if that's an outhouse, how do the people from here live inside? We'll go check out the inside. Thrasher says, "Hey G, what you up to? Streaming some beautiful gardens from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. Inside, have a bar area. Well, no, it's more like a warehouse area, right? They look like more tellers that are accountants than anything. Though, this doesn't seem to necessarily be the garden, so I won't dwell here too much. Take it in very, very briefly. Maybe get one last look from the balcony. Can smell it from here. No, it's beautiful. Ooh, can I get up here? Kind of. Good enough, good enough. Okay. Just gonna see some of those blossoms from afar. I'm kind of stuck. I'm totally stuck. Okay, good time to keep going along. Okay, next we'll go to Belay Ceres, Lynchel Grand Manor, as we continue to tour large gardens. It's been really fun. They're so peaceful. I'm kind of guessing that suddenly there's going to be something that's kind of different. That's one thing with these sorts of contests, is that you'll see lots of different takes on these, right? So, we'll see. Otherwise, it's just a matter of, decorator style, use of furnishings, use of color, use of lighting, layering things. A lot of details that go into making these look nice, right? Okay, Lynchel Grand Manor does have a really large courtyard, so it's very open, using a lot of Alinor-style columns here and archways. Gives it a really old feel. It kind of may have been built up over centuries, right? Feels very classical. That's right. Ooh, I do love the use of these fences, where it's just using the very, very tippy-top part of the fence just to have a little bit of a barrier here. Not too intimidating, just kind of breaks up the garden a little bit. Really nice walking paths. Yeah, the walking paths are really nice. Just slightly elevated so you don't see the grass poking through it. Let's see, what do they use for this? I think they use the corals from Alinor just to kind of elevate this, and then you can have the various plants on the different steps. It picks some really fun ones to show off here. Yeah, having the coral, since everything's at slightly different elevations, you can see everything really well. And so putting some really colorful furnishings on display here is really fun. It's Nolly says, I like the island bit. Yeah, it's a good island feel to it. A lot to see in the courtyard. We'll be touring the normal-sized homes of these from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. There were so many entries. We're doing 24 large homes today, and then we'll be doing about that many normal homes tomorrow afternoon. So you can catch that as well. They won't take as long because they don't have as much square footage. I really like how people come up with creative places to put these fountains. So like this fountain is normally, it's a full circle, right? So just kind of sinking that in, nestling that in against the ledge here. You just kind of get a semicircle fountain. And looks nice there. Lighting it up. I just noticed even small little details like adding this elsewhere floor right here, because this isn't part of the home, but does elevate it a little bit. And again, it breaks it up a little bit. Okay, it looks like the main home has been blocked off. We do have Debella there. Debella with the flower. Often associated with gardens. So, it's a good pick. Good pick. Good lighting on that, too. Really bright. Okay, gonna go around the back. Ooh, very dense garden up here with the lovely marble wall. And adding lots of colors to this. So this is much more dense here, so it's not like every single flower is standing out on its own. It's more like it's just kind of snug in there. Everything's about the same height. So you just kind of see all the different colors kind of blended in there. So we've kind of seen things isolated, and then we've seen things like this that are kind of more uniform. So different ways of approaching this. Or you can have a really creepy garden. The evil green light. I guess it's not always evil, but it kind of feels a little ominous at least. For a good reason. You have the deadly plants, you have the toadstools, you have these anemones, you have the stranglers, you have those reach vines, really creepy things. Adding things like these spiky gates or the carcasses do add a little bit to the deathy feel of this. So kind of exploring lots of different types of ways of doing gardens here, right? Stouty says it seems a lot of people had medieval gardens. Or even just like fallen logs. It's like a close relationship between like a garden and like forestry, right? Still dealing with the incorporating the trees in various creative ways. I think things like fallen logs, or just the various choices as far as trees are concerned, can go a long way with how you do your garden. Ooh, again, on this other side, just a nice wall of plants. Or the vines up above on the wall. Good ivies up there. Yeah, these are the Dragonfire ones from the Home Goods Furniture in Elsewhere. Gives a bit more color contrast with the reds and the greens. Soon we'll have blue ones. We'll have blue vines with the Scalebreaker update from the achievement vendor. That'll be fun. Pixelated says, contrast of that pop of red foliage at the end of the corridor of green. A++++. Yeah, really loving all the fencing here. So it's using various structural pieces, and for the most part, flipping them up on their side and sinking them in. So like the fences have been sunk in, the archway has been sunk way low. These Elsewhere, I think these are Elsewhere walls. Or they're just the platforms have been sunk down. These Murkmire ramps have been sunk down. So you get these really nice, small, not frightening fences, but they just kind of direct your path. Oh, we have chickens. I love it. It's just a little merchant stall that's again been sunk down into the ground. So it's coming up with creative uses of furnishing. So I think I've seen this before. This is a good idea for a chicken coop. Cloud Trader likes fences. Ah, yeah. Or this nice orcish shingle tent makes a good stable. Right? Real easy. Put a light on it. I think his horses need some love here, though. Maybe we have a big garden. We could have maybe some apples or some straw or something for them. Would be good. They look a little unloved. Maybe they're just visiting. Maybe the owners are in here just visiting for a second. They just tied up the horses for a minute. The horses don't live there permanently. Coming in and getting some nice fresh wine. Ah, those beets have like a... Oh, those are the plums, right? The plums have a lot of color. And the grapes. Okay. So more of a vineyard look here. Calorex says straw piles are coming with the next DLC. Finally! Oh, yeah, I saw there was a furnishing bundle on PTS that had a bunch of little farm machinery pieces and things like straw. That'll be good. Okay, really fun home from Belay Serie. We'll continue along. We'll go to Caffeinated Mayhems, Coldharbour's real estate up next. This will be our first home that has visual effects using essential housing tools. About a quarter, about 1 in 4 of the homes has visual effects. So we'll see how those have been incorporated into the homes as well. Give us free hay. There were those little hay piles from the Witches Festival before, right? so it's not a big deal. You have to. They're just really small. Can I actually sign this? There we go. There we go. Oh, a lot of people here. Cool. Okay, first home that has visual effects. Coldharbour Real Estate. Very eerie, dark place. We'll see how this has kind of been livened up. Oh, so we have more of like a underwater garden, right? It's a different take on it. We have the fish. We have the trout. Good layering of the corals. Various little starfish and other things really set this. Oh, we do have to Bella up there above this underwater garden. Good firefly visual effect going around the Bella statue there. They're adding some firefly, what do they call them? Oh no, firebug? They had a different name. Torchfly, they were called torchflies. Torchfly visual effects. I think it was torchfly. Coming up soon. Those are going to be nice. Oh, so we have like sunken boats kind of nestled here within the underwater garden. Pixelated says, "You are just an ornament in a Daedric's aquarium. Be afraid. Be very afraid." I always am, so it's not a problem. Sunken garden like Atlantis. Again, these corals, they have the shelf-like effect to them. So if you put various furnishings on them, like the various plants here, they'll really be visible. That's a cool way of doing that. This has a little bit of like a Little Mermaid feel to it, slightly. Maybe it's just being under the water. I'm just imagining a cave full of wonders here, right? Estimated cost probably is. That's why you have to learn how to make lots of gold. Not all furnishings cost a lot, though, right? If you're getting into luxury furnishing stuff, those can be a lot, but some of the achievement things are reasonable. A lot of the home goods items are definitely affordable. Crafted stuff tends to be pretty affordable. Huh. There's a really cool placement of this sunken boat here. It's as if the coral has kind of grown up around it, like this has been sunk for like a really long time, and then you see other things growing off of it. That's a cool way. Like it's like a boat skeleton there. It's been here for a long time. Daedric, who's a big fan of Finding Nemo. This has a few Nemo vibes to it. Ooh, cool use of the moon gate there. Dragon coming through. Hope the dragon can breathe underwater. Well, I don't know if it needs to breathe, right? If it's a big skeleton thing. Maybe this is his domain. Mullet Ball's favorite character was Dory. I believe it. I believe it. Hard not to love Dory. Other things that have been sunken into the underwater garden here. Or a throne, huh? This throne seems to have maybe not just naturally settled from an ancient civilization. Seems very purposely placed here. Makes me wonder who is in control of this space. Maybe there are some hints kind of about. We do see the big Dibella statue, big clockwork sphere. Maybe a few hints here and there. Maybe it is some sort of underwater Daedric kingdom. It's cool. Ariel's Realm, Merfolk City. Could be. Could be. Dibella has a little bit of like a mermaid vibe going on. Okay, really fun, really fun. That was fun. Caffeinated Mayhem. Beautiful. Love the use of the visual effects here too. So even just kind of using the marble look here. I'll toggle this off. So as a good kind of sandy seafloor, right? Kind of a gravelly look to that. And then like the sunken ships and all the cool aquatic plants and anemones. Good use of the corals and the lighting. Really colorful down here. That's what you would hope to see in a nice, vibrant coral reef, right? Lots of color. Looks nice. Somebody stole my giant gold ball. I know. Okay, well, we'll continue along. Next up, Calyrax's home. Probably need to be going through these a little faster because it's going to take me a little bit too long otherwise. As much fun as it is to see all the details on these. Okay, Calyrax's Strength Springs as we continue along, touring large garden homes from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. Have some green, we have some gold color. Has more of an autumn feel to it. Just based off of the color choices here. We have beds. Outdoor. We have sweet rolls. This feels like a spa retreat. A little bit. Maybe it's more like a spa retreat. Have like a gaming table. Good use of the wall around the tree, as well as a couple little plants around it. Very peaceful. The waterfall here, the wedding blossoms there. The only thing that's maybe worries you in the back of your mind is how much this is costing per hour to be here. It's the only thing. This feels like a pricey spa. Oh, cool use of the sarcophagus here. AKA HH with the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome to our gardens tours. Yeah, this is, I think it's 2 Alnor sarcophaguses kind of put together gives a good square shape to this. Or maybe it's even more than 2. It might be 4 of them. It might be kind of like 2 here, 2 here. Or maybe it's, I think that's what it is. Anyway, let's makes it a really cool planter, right? I think one thing that works really well with these is the white rock look of it really lets the colors of the plants shine, and then just a nice design on the side kind of draws your attention up with the columns there. 2 sarcophagus and 2 planters. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Wisteria Planters have been added to this. I see. Oh, the window boxes, right? I was trying to figure out why there's extra things sticking out. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the Wisteria window boxes plus the planters all looks really nice. Just kind of taking this in. Lots of trees here. Ooh. Interesting. hidden behind in the forest where the trees are a bit more dense, where maybe we will not be found out. We have something interesting going on here. Kind of like, not that this has anything to do with gardens, but we have, you know, the nice big orb in the middle, kind of like the parent of little satellites around it. The textures fit really well together there. Feels very magical. What are they doing back here? Okay, they're doing some magical stuff back here. Garden is yin-yang theme. We have light and darkness. Oh, that is clever. That's a darkness shrine. Okay, so that makes sense. It's a bit ominous. And it has the darker columns around it too. So this represents darkness. Uh-oh. Walls keep me out. Oh no. I'll go around. I'll go around the other side. I'm gonna guess this might be the light side of things with the garden. Oh. Huh, it's like a little it's like a queue. They must expect a lot of visitors. I'll get in there. Follow the lines. I think I might have gone the wrong way. Oh no. I just am going where they direct me. There we go. It's a really long path. Maybe this is like a pilgrimage place. There we go, I've made it. It's a labyrinth walk. There we go, there we go. With the nice wings there. I feel like this more represents light, right? Calyrex says they based this off of an ancient labyrinth. That's cool. Stabity has the right idea. So this is a place of meditation, finding inner balance. Stabity just wants to race piglets in here. I do too. I do. It's like it's a very long walk. I'll try to get out of here without cheating. Okay, there we go. Light and dark and racing pigs. That's exactly right. Okay, I'm gonna check out the inside. I don't know if there's gonna be much inside, but we'll see. Moo. I see Moo above the fireplace. It's always a good choice. Oh, is that Calyrex? It is Calyrex, the homeowner. Perfect, perfect. I'm glad that you get to see that every day above your fire. Calyrex says, Indoor has some garden stuff in it. Okay. Keep an eye out for that. Again, going with like the yin-yang feel to this. Light and dark. And sweet rolls. You have to have that balance in your life. You have to, there's a darkness within you. There's a lightness within you, and hopefully, with some good fortune, there will also be sweet rolls within you. Something to meditate over. Planters in the corner. Check those out. One sec. And we see the window boxes up above. Window boxes can work about anywhere, right? It can be inside, it can be outside, it can be on the windows, it can be just on a random wall, it could be wherever you need. Really nice planters, really nice planters. I actually have quite a few purple plants at this point, right? So we have like the bat blooms, we have the Murkmire spade leaf plants, we have these multi-hued cacti. I do like that. I remember at one point there were like no purple furnishings. Now, and now we actually have some choices. That's good. Okay, I think that'll work. Glowbush. Oh, glowbush, purple glowbush. Yes, it's kind of a trickle of purple plants. I believe we'll be getting some nice Wisteria trees were data mined. might not be able to wait for those. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Calyrex. Thank you, Calyrex. Lovely home inside and out. That's what I'm missing in my life. That balance. Definitely not enough sweet rolls. Okay, continuing along, we're going to Cloud Traders, Lake Zanmir. It's just inside. Okay, into the Zanmir. So this will be interesting because I would think that they would decorate the outside of the Zanmir because it has a really large open space. I see all the Scuttleblooms there. There's like, J-Heart, come in. We invite you. Ooh, kind of get a cool wreath look with those glowing cacti. Don't remember the name of it. It was on the luxury vendor last week. Very aquatic looking cactus from Jode's Embrace, which we never got. May never get. I hope we do. Perfumed Pyramid. Oh, this has a name. The Perfumed Pyramid. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go up. There are a lot of layers to this place. This is not what I would expect from the Lake Zanmir, right? Like, the Lake Zanmir is just like this really old, damp Murkmire, Argonian pyramid. Very ancient, crumbling. And it's really been brought back to life with this indoor garden. Very bright. The music helps a lot, by the way. It just does a good job of setting the mood here, right? Lions plays with hi, J Hart. Good to see ya. Welcome. People seem to be wowed. Mick says, "Oh wow," sums it up pretty well. Everybody has to data mine the furnishings that are coming up so you can figure out how much gold you need. Yeah. So these are those trellises that have been sunk a little bit back into this. I like the look of this because the walls of the Zanmir aren't perfectly smooth, so it kind of just lets some of the flowers kind of poke through here and there. That other thing says, what a lovely place. Stubby says, the flowers at the bottom of the stairs growing blew my mind. No effects. We'll get there in a sec. Okay, so we're at the top of the pyramid. We'll work our way down now. Great use of these coda flowers. Man, it makes me think I didn't buy enough of them. They weren't very expensive from a luxury vendor, but it's a really cool. It makes it so bright in here, right? They have just a little bit of a glow. Oh! That's clever. It must be one of the Spriggan or two of those Spriggan mounts that have been flipped upside down. The Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt. I believe I can see the little hoofs of the animal there. But they're nice and bright and green too, so they add to it too. They have that nice kind of wedding blossom look to them, and the cool thing about it is just wherever those wild hunt mounts walk, they just are always growing these flowers. So it's a clever thing that you can do with it. Flip it upside down, sink it into the ground. There are a lot of mounts that actually have visual effects coming off of them, various light sources or whatever. So especially some of those more rare mounts, you can do a lot with them. That's really cool. I missed it on the way in, right? So that's amazing. All of these spore pod plants. I gave away 3,000 of these the other week when they came up. Part of our 3,000 Twitch follower celebration. That was fun. Maybe some of them wound up here. It's maybe. Cloud Trader. Did Cloud Trader win a bunch of them? I probably. Hopefully. Maybe not. Cloud Trader did win these spore plow plants from my stream before. That's funny. That's cool. Thank you. I'm sure you have come up with something. I'm sure. Oh, it's so cool. This really excellent hallway. And then down below on the main floor of the Zanmir. Great places to hang out with a sugar pipe. Or underneath a nice relaxing tree. I love the Murkmire bottle just kind of hanging very gently off that tree. It's kind of like the tree wraps around the light. This is a guild contest. This is a contest for the Divine Design Alliance Guild. The entries for it had to have been submitted before last weekend, and then they've been voting on it all of this week, and the voting for it will wrap up on Saturday. So anybody currently in the Divine Design Alliance Guild can send their list of winners to the guild leader, Wubin, the guild leader. Okay, as nice as this is... Oh, there's still more garden elements to this. What's that? I think I heard a Hajmoda somewhere. Very gurgly. Okay, so we do still have more of a garden theme. Oh, Meridia. Oh, wait, this reminds me. Okay, while I'm here, this is related. There is a new little statuette available if you have ESO Plus. I haven't got it yet. So it's just a little baby statuette. Bright Lady Meridia. It doesn't have the little light, but if you have ESO Plus, be sure to go pick that up. It's free if you have ESO Plus. Maybe pick it up on both PCNA and PCEU. Okay, now how am I nearly forgot about that, so I'm glad I saw this. Yeah, every month there's been a new statuette. I wonder if they'll ever run out. Try to remind me today. I looked at it, and I don't know what happened. Okay, down below. Deeper into... Oh, wow. It kind of like picks up. So back to the corridor. Very gardeny corridor. The glow bushes. So many plants. I was gonna say, how did they actually like manage to do this within the 700 item limit? Because they're at exactly 700 out of 700. And but one thing is that these multi-hued cactuses, they come with 3 cacti, so that helps with the item cap a little bit. Clutter says, I ran out of space. I totally wanted more. I understand that. In the basement of the Zen Mirror. Very bright. Again, adding all these glow stalks. Oh, that's cool. You saw all these Vardenfell glow stalks. Brightens this place up. Good place to have a soak. Oh, really good changing room. Oh, that's clever. I was thinking, where do you hang that bottle? Just kind of hang it off of one of the random thorns there. Looks good, looks good. Okay. That was fun. The ginkgo has the petals. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Cloud Trader. Amazing Lake Meyer Zanmir. Love the corridors. Okay, continuing along, we'll go to Cute Kitties, Coldharbour Real Estate. Hopefully I can get there just fine. Now, I believe this is one of the 2 homes that I have previously seen before, so we'll go through this so you can still vote on it if you're in the Divine Design Alliance Guild. Cloud Trader says, thanks for visiting. Oh, thank you, thank you. Love it. Those corridors are so brightly lit, and so it's so much different from what you'd expect from that, you know, old and dark Zanmir, right? Everybody's saying well done. Good, good. Okay, going to Cute Kitties. Coldharbour Real Estate. Up next, once it loads. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Must be so much goodness behind here. Ooh, in we go. Have I been here? According to the hub, I had been here before. It doesn't look familiar, though. I don't know why. Maybe it's been changed. I don't recall this at all, so maybe I haven't been here. The outside's different. Okay. Okay, good. These really amazing garden boxes, right? It's using the pergola here, and then, like, normally this would be open and you could just walk through the bottom of the pergola. Very, very open concept with the pergola. But then closing it up with the walls here and these clockwork platings, and then kind of having a nice bed for the flowers here. That looks good. I think I'm supposed to go inside. Okay. Looks like there's a path. A couple of paths. Ooh. Let me stay with the outside part first. We have a garden path. A lot of colors here. Oh, that's a really creative use of these elsewhere wheels. Kind of reminds me of like a wagon full of plants, or maybe like an old like barrel type of a look to it. Yeah, that's a really clever use of those. kind of a mix of modern equipment and plants. Which can work really well if you do it right. Things like the fountains and the posts here. It's so colorful. Wow, it's a lot of pink and red and purple. Really rich colors here. And a goat. Beautiful goat. Sit here and just enjoy the garden and the view of the goat. It's actually like a really good view, isn't it? I can see why they put the chair here. Get a screenshot. What's the white ground? Oh, is that not just part of the Coldharbour Surreal Estate? Because the Coldharbour Surreal Estate kind of has the tile effects, but they kind of go in and out, where it will just turn into this stuff. So I think it's just the default ground. Okay, then inside we have a structure. We have... I'm not going to dwell on the structure too much, but this is really incredible, right? This has been all built up from nothing. Every single thing you see here, from the floorboards to the walls to the roof, is all placed individually. But we're mostly focusing on the gardens today, so I'll just go through this really quickly. Maybe there'll be another good view of the garden from up top. I did really like that you could just get nice and snug in that garden and have a good sit. It's very relaxing there, especially with the goat. I think I've been here before too, though. Oh, is there a way out to get to the garden? I don't see one. That's okay. That's okay. Really amazing build. Yeah, I think the main thing here with garden is just this outside part, though. Which, really well done. Frigolitko says, awesome home design. Stephanie says, do you see the happy personality on? You're whistling? Wait. What do I have on? I thought I normally have the cheerful personality on. What do I have on? Appearance? I'm cheerful. I'm usually cheerful. I'm either cheerful or I might be cheerful or heroic. I sometimes go heroic, but my default's cheerful. I try to be cheerful, right? I need to go earn some of these. I can do these. I just need to set some time aside for it. Okay. Fun. I am cheerful. I'm a whistling moo cow. Okay. Continuing along. Fantastic. Totally constructed home from Cute Kitty, as well as a lovely outdoor garden. Next, we'll go to Blueberry Gardens from Danielder 6. As we continue to tour homes, we're to the D's in the alphabet. I've noticed that the names in ESO are very front-loaded towards the beginning half of the alphabet, though. But here we go. Going to Danielder's Coldharbour Surreal Estate. Up next, we'll see I'm sure a totally different take on Coldharbour Surreal Estate Garden. Okay, and this home will have some visual effects, so we'll see how those have been incorporated. Visual effects from Essential Housing Tools lets you put some light effects or other cool things into your home. I don't count against the furnishing cap. Wow, they went all out with the visual effects. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's turn that off. Can I click that? Nope, no. Okay, actually, need to not have the UI off. There we go. So totally changed with the visual effects. So this is something that you can do. Stebbity says, honestly, I was so impressed with how different they are all from each other. 2 gold. Oh, that's a steep admission cost. Okay, guess I just go back out. No. 2 gold. Okay, I can spare 2 gold. Okay, Blueberry Botanical Gardens. Using visual effects to totally change this place. I had noticed that Cardinal05 had recently made some changes to the way that the skies work. Using essential housing tools. Blueberry. Is Blueberry a reference I ought to get? I don't know what Blueberry Gardens would be. Do have... Really cool. Yeah, I'm kind of working my way towards the greenhouse. I'm kind of working my way around the edges first. Corals. It's an interesting way of putting this with, you know, the dark basalt rock and the lava flow here and the Varnfell mushrooms. These corals, it kind of breathes some new meaning into them. It's kind of like, yeah, they do feel very, very volcanic. Like lava shooting up, right? Kind of taking good use of that color. We have a very marshy look here. Water with visual effects. Feels very... kind of like Lenumbro where the hag ravens are, but it has a little bit of a Murkmire swampy feel too. I probably won't want to stay here for very long. Oh. Seems like there are different attractions in the gardens here that you get to see based off of your admission. Yeah, good use of the viewing platform, so you can get, you know, go and look at it from a good angle. The seedlings in the fountain look nice. Good colors, the greens and the pinks. Kind of building off of that. This place is really big. And then we have more of like Eastmarch with really cold evergreens, very snow-kissed evergreens here. And maybe a couple of flowers being offered that were able to survive the cold. Wait, what is this? Looks like a creature or something. I think I'm supposed to view it from the other angle. Well, it just kind of feels like a sunburst, right? Like a sun. Very dark rock, though. I'll try to see it from the other side, but from here it's just a really cool, like, sunburst. Dark sun. Ooh. What is this supposed to be? This feels kind of like the Rift, just based off of the colors. So it seems like maybe they took some inspiration from the different zones of Tamriel. Kind of built various forests and gardens based off of that. And the terrace says it's stunning. Never seen anything like it before. Okay, so we have like more like a deserty Alakir style garden here. Redguard style. And there's a couple subtle things here and there, like with the dirt for the planter. I love the use of these bulbous cacti. Or some of these new, what are they called? Prairie fire plants from Rimmon. That's one cool thing is like as they add more furnishings to with each new zone that comes out, you can kind of go back and add to previous builds that you've done. So like if you had something that was Alakir themed, well, they have a whole bunch of cool cactus plants and really bright, colorful, more arid plants from the elsewhere vendors, right? So I like how they add things that have different themes. Not that they had this all built up before, I'm just saying it's cool to see more and more things being incorporated, or just even the random wagon wheel here kind of makes it feel like more like the Old West. Very deserty, right? So a little bit different than Alakir, but I love it, love it. Okay, and then, oh wow, okay, now we get to some of the big things that I kind of passed by originally, like this big greenhouse. Ooh, these Daedric sarcophagus platforms being used as planters. those cacti just barely fit in there. It's a good pairing. A tour of different biomes. Yeah, it's really fun. It is really fun. I love the sarcophagus being used as a planter. We just have this really creepy Mafala plant, right? Kind of growing out of this red dirt. It's like blood-soaked dirt. It looks really creepy, but it's a cool design there. That's one thing that you can do with the visual effects, like these dirt textures, is that you can recolor them however you want. So you don't just have to have, brown dirt. You can have red dirt, or whatever you want to do with it. Tint it however you want. Stubby says I should hotwire the camel and go on a joyride. I don't know how to hotwire a camel, though. It's like, you pop that hump up, and I don't know what I'm looking at in there. So... I like the creative planters using like the sarcophagus from the Daedric style. Oh, we have a fun aquarium too. Again, kind of like an underwater garden, especially with a nice kelp forest there. Oh, that's cool. That's all visual effects stuff, so, right? Yeah, kelp forest. That was really pretty. Is this kelp thing new? I don't think I've seen kelp forest paintings before. They look really nice. Like it's a good color backdrop there. Sarcophagi holding life instead of death. Oh, it's very poetic. You can see some of the other visual effects, like the bubbles coming up, or the fish swimming back and forth, right? I'm going to toggle it off. So this is what it looks like with that visual effects. You can still get a sense of this being like a pretty cool aquarium without it. Like with the seedlings and the fish school and all the corals and everything. But with the visual effects, it pops it to life. Coral over here. Oh, with the pearls. Oh, the little froggies. Oh, I think there was at least one more thing. This thing. What is this thing? Kind of looks like a sun from the other side. It kind of looks like a big gaping beak or something. Like it's gonna suck your soul in. Let's see. What is this? What is this thing? It's a little creepy here. Ooh. This cacti kind of framing that brazier cauldron there. A lot of light reflecting off the crystals and everything in here, so have like a crystal garden with lots of magical plants. Everella says, we need more animated housing items. I feel that. Didn't know you could build aquariums in your ESO homes. Oh yeah, there are people go all out with them. Oh, I did not get a good viewing platform from up here. Let me go look at how it was maybe intended to be seen. Or maybe you can just get a good look at everything else that we've seen from up here. All the different biomes. Oh my gosh. We saw so many... This is like 10 builds in one. Oh, I didn't really see the clockwork one over here too well. So we have like a fabricant tree biome too. Okay. At the time, I didn't really know what I was looking at. Okay, that makes more sense. So we have like a clockwork city theme. Oh, for this one, right? Okay, so that was... Oh, and the gift shop. We can go and buy plants. Ooh, which one would you buy? Which one? I'd probably just go with something simple. Right? Something without spikes on it. It's where they get you with the gift shop on the way out. Okay, really fun. From Danielder 6, Blueberry Gardens. We'll continue along, touring large homes from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. These are nice. Effects are for... Yeah, the visual effects you can just use, and you can use up to like 2,000 of them, or even more. Did Cardinal increase that? I'll have to pay attention in the corner next time. EHD integrated into ESO. Okay, it is 2,000. Okay, Foxglove 1 up next. Let's see, checking my notes, seeing if I'm missing anything. Okay, Talgalen. Ooh, we have the Elfique here to greet us. Lovely music box playing. Let me add to the music. Lovely. See, nice and calming music. Only Crisea hits the visual effects limit. Yeah, she's the only person I see that does like more than 1,000. Really building up the mushroom theme of the Telgalen Tower here. Okay, bit of an Argonian encampment. We'll see if Argonian is the theme of the garden as well. Might be more inside. Or we have like an Ashlander theme, huh? With a yurt. Okay, gonna go inside. We do have a lot of mushrooms on the outside. And some Argonian things. So is that going to continue inside the tower? My guess would be yes. We'll see. We'll see. Different type of music box. More mushrooms. More mushrooms. It's good. We have reading. We have bottles. Maybe studying nature. Ooh, love the waterfall there with all the ferns growing around it. Feels very natural. Like a lot of green light bouncing off this too from the green Hallelujah salt lamp. Can gives a glistening, mossy look to it. Oh, Chris is here. I've never actually hit the FX limit. You got up to 1908. There's a difference between visual effects and furnishing. So if you see down here in the corner, like this home is at 698 out of 700 on the furnishing cap. This home does not have visual effects. You can have up to 2,000 visual effects using essential housing tools. A bit of a learning curve to it, but can be used to add some cool details to your home. I like a little statue just kind of sitting on the ledge there, kind of embedded in the rock. This is like just a really nice, calm place. With like the games and the food and the reading, the fountains and the music, the drinks. Just okay, we're all good. I really actually like this table setup for the drinks here. And you can tell it's actually used because the goblet's knocked over, right? So it's not just nice and pretty forever. It's more like it shows a little bit of an interaction with this. So just even little details like that can show, hey, people actually use this. Hey, you're welcome to come get some. No, don't touch that. It's only for a special occasion. You're not it. It's like a bit more inviting that way. Let's say we have the gaming table. Seems like maybe somebody put up their peg leg up on the table. They're really relaxing. So you're having... That's how I'm reading into the factotum piece here. Frigoleko says, I love this design. Very organic and tasteful. It feels like kind of practical, kind of like you could imagine people actually coming here and enjoying this place. Okay, were there side rooms or were they all covered up? Let me quickly check. I think the side rooms are all covered up. Oh, this one, is that the entry or the exit? Oh, okay. That was a big bowl of goodness. I like how everything is like really very purposely placed within this giant bowl. Like the carrots have enough space where they're not just like shoved in there and overlapping. It's just like everything kind of has its place and works really well there. And things like the sweet rolls and the pies and everything look nice, of course. And the early creative use of these tables to create this shelf look to it. So it's actually sinking the table into the wall and then sinking the other table up another step so that you kind of have like this shelving unit, right? That looks really cool. Really practical. I think that's a really good idea. I think people can get really creative with these giant Tavani tables. Oh, people were saying something about the armchairs with yeah, just really good use of the Davani furnishings. Okay, heading into the workshop. This might explain more of what's going on with this place. Going with a really Eleanor-style look to this place. Very natural still. Like even the plants are still growing in here. The trellises. Mushrooms still growing, vines still coming down. Maybe a bit out of control. I hope this place is stable with all the roots growing through everything. Very one with nature here. Okay, I think that's it for the side room. So I'm gonna go head upstairs, unless if it's blocked off. Is it blocked off? I didn't even look. This is the middle. It seems to be blocked off. I didn't really get a good look of the middle spire of this place. A lot of things growing out of this. Paintings look nice in there. It basically just looks good from like every angle with the way that the rocks are and the plants growing out of it. Okay, really fine, really fun. Okay. Continuing along. Next up, we'll go to Glassed's greenhouse. Now, this one I know I had gone to before because I've gone to it the last 2 weeks because I went to it for our housing hike. And then I missed part of it, and so I went back the next week too. So this will be the only home out of the 24 I've actually been to and seen the gardens. But that's okay. We'll go to it anyway because it's worth going back to in any case. Okay, Glassed's greenhouse. Different take on the garden. Very structured, right? And that will just be out in the Halls of Colossus wing. We'll get out there. Okay, so here we are. Glassed's greenhouse. I like the structure and the stairways and everything feels very natural. And then just very subtly adding some visual effects with the water. Really amazing planters here with the elsewhere sarcophagi. Using 4 of them, 2 by 2, to make a really good pattern on that. Really fun details with the water, with the pipes. And all of this has been built up, because otherwise this is just perfectly flat. Okay, continuing up into the greenhouse. Greenhouse made out of a gazillion display cases. I love that. They kind of pick up the light, but you can still see through them a little bit. Perfect choice for the greenhouse windows. And then inside we have the amazing garden. Various flowers. Pumpkins, edible things, and mushrooms, and cacti. All in these baskets. All under the bright light of the greenhouse. Somebody says, I love this one too. It's so well done. It's amazing what they could do with the display cases. I like how they have a couple of breaks here and there just so we can get a bit more like breathing space and, you know, a little bit more open that way. Yeah, I really like that, kind of letting the natural light come in a bit. And then there's one extra hidden room here. Behind the waterfall. I'll go back here very quickly. It's a really interesting effect with the visual effect. You can have this water. It's like you dive down into it. And then we have like an underwater garden. Coral everywhere with the pearl. Pulsating pearl. Really bright, really beautiful. Underwater. Doing an amazing job with the visual effects to give this underwater feel, right? Okay, and I went through that one pretty quick, but I had been here before, so amazingly well done. Okay, continuing along, going to H. Granger's up next. Next time we'll have visual effects as well. See what they did with that. Strident Springs. Good home. Curious what they've done with it. These are all homes from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. Touring large gardens today. I'll be touring some smaller homes tomorrow afternoon too. They had so many entries for this garden contest that they had it broken down into large and normal size homes. So we're doing the large ones today, getting the big ones done today, and then I'll have some smaller ones tomorrow. That'll be fun too. The statue up above. Ooh, we have really bright... Is that tree entirely made out of visual effects? I think it is. I'm going to toggle it off. Oh, I see. So they used the tree there as a framework for it, and then they just added the cross section here to give like an apple tree look. It's very bright. It's good to see some apples there, though. The only apples that they have right now are kind of really sort of like round things. Kind of look like apples. Lily pad in the water. Those are stained glass windows with the visual effects. There's things that you can add to your home too. Oh, there's like a cave. Cave goes up into like a spider web. I don't know how I feel about the spider web. Oh, or the corpses. Yeah, maybe let's not stay in the creepy cave. It's very well framed though, with the pebbles and the flowers and the rock and the corpses. Let's just keep moving. Statue with the fan. Yeah, they're kind of having a fun time with the statues. Oh, there's a huge stairway up to somewhere. Go check out where that goes. Maybe just a viewing platform? Oh, it goes up to the waterfall where the the Khajiit statue is. See down below. Okay, continuing along. Just little things like adding a couple of pebbles here and there with a couple plants and trees. Just, they fill in the space a lot better than just having nothing. Looks good. Palisade here. $4 with the follow. Thank you. Welcome to our garden tours stream today from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. I like the palisades here being used to divide this place up. I haven't seen very many people use these palisades at all. They're super cheap on the guild traders, by the way. They're a bit intimidating. Kind of like, we're going to protect this plant. At the same time, it kind of has a good planter look to it, right? Corpses make good fertilizer. Yeah, they're good for the garden. I see, I see. Oh, good window boxes here. Just putting a couple of those stones there, and then the flowers behind it with the thistle shrubs behind. That's a good mix. I like those colors. Okay, going inside. Oh, having a couple flower pots here, like a coat of flowers. Can just kind of stack those on top of each other. And they are their own light source, so it brightens up the corners. I'm glad that there are more, you know, plants and garden elements inside the home too, like the seedlings there. I'll mostly be looking out for those. Like, what makes a good planter? Tall vase makes a good planter for these spore pod plants. Ooh, the coral and the codiflower together. I like how the codiflower really brightens up that coral. Use a cradle as a planter, maybe. They chose not to. Okay, nice bathroom. Couple flowers up here, maybe pick from the garden. Maybe use those to freshen up your bathroom here, or just, you know, nice things to look at. Okay, that'll work. I'll focus more on the garden aspects of these homes. Okay, next up, Kit Kat Cats, Coldharbour Cereal Estate. Seems like lots of people pick the Coldharbour Cereal Estate for this. It's a good place, nice flat areas. Need nice, more flat areas. Okay, Kit Kat Cat. Coldharbour Cereal Estate. I don't have any info on this one, so it'll be all new to me. Hope everybody's enjoying these in the Twitch chat. If you see anything that you want to, like, draw some inspiration from, or you're like, ooh, yeah, that vase would be perfect in my home, you can always like mention what you're planning on doing with these things. Lots of creative uses for the various conservatory furnishings we've seen. It's very well constructed overall. Okay, Kit Kat Cats. Ooh. A little bit of a different feel to this place. All the rock. It's like a cave. Well, it is a cave. So we have Vermina. So we have like a red garden feel going on with this. With the red everywhere, the red and the black of the rock. It's a good color scheme. Ninja leaving Twitch. Which ninja? Big ninja? Hope you don't mean the other ninja. Ninja 614. I like Ninja 614 streams ESO. Is he leaving Twitch? Or are you talking about a different ninja? Anyway. maybe unrelated to gardens. Ooh, this is a really interesting color scheme. Very peachy color, right? I like the color scheme here. So they kind of took all... Maybe this is what this is. So we had like the red and black over there. Stream like, oh no. And then we have like the nice kind of orangey, peachy color furnishings here. Zenessia says, I love the color. It looks like the plants are glowing. Oh, they actually are. Well, some of them, like these Aether Cup mushrooms are. And just the way that the lights are, it kind of adds a little bit of an orange hue to everything. Like the statue even looks a bit more orange because the light reflects off of it. That's a cool way of doing that. Okay, so the colors are making me happy. I like the, yeah, I like the dedication to the peachy color here. I don't see that much. It's a happy color, I like it. And then we go deep into green. This is a little bit of a color palette tour. I'm going to get lost in here with all the willow branches hanging down, though. Oh, I see. We have Hersine with the green flame, and the crystals. But the main thing here is just like all of these swampy trees and the bushes and the ferns everywhere. Very green. Okay. Did I get totally turned around? I don't actually know how to navigate through here. Or if I can navigate through here. Does this go somewhere? I don't know how to get out. Uh-oh, I kind of fell out. No, I didn't. Okay, I want to get out. Wait, I see a staircase. I think I see a staircase. Maybe I went the wrong way through here. Does this go somewhere? Uh-oh. I don't think I can get through. I see blue. I think there's a blue room up next, but I don't know how to get to it. Uh-oh. I think this is maybe supposed to be the last room. Let me go back to the entrance and start over. Okay, then we'll go over here. And we have a very purple area. The Sheo and the cheese. Sheo and cheese, good pairing, good pairing. Purple and cheese, good pairing. Maybe like wine and cheese. Good purple colors here. We've just been talking about purple plants before. We have cacti, the glow bushes, the spade leaves. And then we get to like a blue room. Blue. Lots of Coldharbour plants here. Ooh, the crystals. It's almost like it's dripping those crystals. Or it's like accumulating them. They're being absorbed. No, I think it's dripping. I think it's supposed to be dripping. But it's all very magical. Blue has that kind of magical look to it. Okay, and I think that will do it. So we had a red room, we had a orange room, we had a green room, a blue room, and a purple room. Okay, there was a way to get through here. It is very hard to see it. Okay. That was really fun. Lots of colors. Okay, that was from Kit Kat Cat. Okay, next we'll go to Laura Fives. Shay Duval. Gardner House. Okay, Gardner House might be like for a actual gardener. Would make sense for a garden themed housing contest. Marshman220, thank you for the host. Welcome. We are touring gardens from the Divine Design Alliance Guild here on The Elder Scrolls Online. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There you go. There you go. Ooh, guest journal. Guest journal? Okay, Shay Duval. Signing the guest journal there. This is an open house using essential housing tools. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, getting to the garden. Interesting alley leading into the door. They just wanted me to go outside. That was the important part here. Okay, and then outside we have very active butterfly bushes. Those white flowers look nice. Very calm, peaceful look to this place. The cat shrine. Aw, that cat statue fits nice and perfectly within that Alinor shrine. I can just imagine like a catnip offering here. Nice fountain with plants kind of hugging around it. Looks very well placed there. Oh, they're like cute little details here. Like there's these little radishes that have been embedded in the little bowl here. Like they're little seedlings, right? Well, that's really cute. Very tender. Or over here too. It's kind of like these are just growing out of these little terracotta bowls, right? Even though that's not what they are. They're like little Ruderan cups. So I like the details on that. Just little pots of tender little plants. Or harvesting the lettuce here. That'd be kind of easy to miss otherwise. without a whole bunch of light around it. But that's kind of how this is normally, right? So we have just like harvesting things, getting down in the dirt there with the shovel. What did they use for the shovel here? Is that... I am not so sure. It's just a knife. Okay, some sort of a knife. I don't remember knives having the handle in the middle. Some sort. Okay, it's great. Kind of looking forward to that furnishing pack that's going to have all those farm things in it, right? Like plows and whatnot. Okay, nice outdoor garden with the harvesting and the tender little shoots for flowers that have been picked. A lot of good details here. I like those. Okay, that was Laura 5's home. Next we'll go to Penny B1's. Tell Galen. Okay. See a note on this. most of the way through. There's a lot of homes. We had 24 homes. 24 homes to tour today. Large homes. And we'll have even more tomorrow. About another 20. Like a lot. They won't be as large, though. They won't take as long to tour. These are just like the large, notable homes. It's just like room after room of gardeny goodness. Okay, Penny B1's home, the Togalen Tower. We have the Scuttleblooms. Haven't seen enough Scuttleblooms during this garden contest. They're my favorite plant critter. I think they're the only plant critter. Oh, the bags could have been like potting soil. Oh, that's... hadn't thought of that. Yeah, a lot of small garden details for that last home. Nice benches to sit on. Oh, I like how the path has been lined with these Vardenfell glow stalks here. Feels very natural with the garden, and does kind of let you know where to go. I appreciate that. Ooh, building up a structure out of coral. Almost sounds like a cave. Can I, like, get in here? There's, like, a little path. I want to get behind there. Wait, I actually do see something back there. There's something spinning back there. Can I... Is there a way to get back there? Like a secret cave? Secret cave? Secret cave? Uh-oh. I see a secret... Wait, can I see something... Oh no. I don't know. I see something spinning back there, right? Is there a way to get into it? Maybe if I swim out enough. If I swim out enough. Oh no. Oh no, I'm getting slaughterfished. Oh no. There's a secret. There's something curious back there. I must know what's back there. Because this has all been built up. Oh no. I can't die happy until I know what's spinning back there. It's a spinning J-Heart torture device. Probably. Maybe I'll be able to see it from a different angle at some point. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it quite. Wait, maybe there's like a way. Crawl across this? I don't think so. Is there a way to get up on that and then just walk across? No, I don't think so. Anyway. I always have to check things out if I think that there's a way in. Oh well. A lot of cool details in the back here. I think most of this rock isn't here by default, right? So I think like all these little stairways have been added to like make it a lot more navigable. Fun use of the trees with the lights around it. Looks like a nice place to come and relax or have a chat with somebody. Glowy is fun. Yeah, this was fortunate to see it at night here. Because there's so much stuff glowing everywhere, right? All the mushrooms are so bright in the dark. Definitely wish that there were a way to toggle between night and day for homes like this. So if it were day, it's like, oh, I see all these bright lights. So it looks so much better at night. Well, it is night, and it looks really nice, right? I got lucky this time, but it's not always the case. Okay, going back. We'll go inside of the home. I don't know if there's going to be garden stuff inside, but... We'll see, we'll see. Mix says, I love the mind coral purple glowiness. And inside we have a lot of Telvanni things. They themselves kind of feel like they've been grown out of a garden too, so. Building up the Telvanni Tower. Very natural looking. Curious if they're going to have any more, like, indoor planters or anything like that. I'll go sneak around and see. Poke around. I can imagine a mage living here, working here. Okay, gonna head upstairs. Upstairs. Interesting use of the curtains there to frame this. Up top too. Wait, I see a jester's coffer. Is there anything in the coffer? Oh, I was hoping there'd be like a little seedling in there. That would be appropriate. That's okay. Put a little radish in it. That's okay. Okay, fun Telgalen home with the fun gardens out back. Okay, next we only have, well, a few homes left. We're like 2/3 of the way through. Research monkey up next. If it'll let me. Argonian Zoo Gardens is the name of this. The cool thing about Essential Housing Tools is it has the Essential Housing Hub, and you can actually see what people have nicknamed their homes. So it can give some context to a place so that you're not misinterpreting what the homeowner's intent was, right? Oh, mounted spider mount recessed over the suite door. A lot of good use of the furnishings on the inside there, too. Okay, research monkeys. State moist mansion. Some sort of an Argonian zoo. Might be a bit of a different take on this. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, I like this in the dark at nighttime, right? With all the colorful plants again. What they call this? They called it a Argonian Zoo Garden. I love this elevated look to this. It feels... I don't know if you ever, like, they have, like, these, like, Zoo Tycoon games. Don't know if you ever did anything like this. It feels like that, where you'd have these different features, and you could, like, upgrade them and whatnot. Kind of feels like that. So, these are the paths where you make sure that you get the guests stuck for eternity. I love this ramp system, like, and then using the platforms and all the walls here with the reeds, so you can look down at this. It's just wonderfully segmented. I love the elevation differences. Looks like we have a interesting pottery area too. Frog collar. I love the frog collars. feels very natural. So it's kind of recreating natural settings for these exotic animals, right? So you can see the amphibian critter there. A very natural Argonian setting. Great use of the trees everywhere, different heights. I like how the trees end up being taller than the platforms. Otherwise, you'd be kind of looking down at everything. So it's kind of places you within the zoo, within the zoo garden here. Again, the trees are taller than the platform. It's a great way of doing that. A lot of colorful plants down below. Kind of feel like I want to go down there amongst them, but maybe that feels dangerous. Not really supposed to. It's very natural, very wild down there. It's like a natural forest. Oh, even built a Zan mirror. Let me go look at this. Place for an offering. Very Argonian. I'm curious if there's like anything in here. I don't think there will be. I don't think so. I think it's just supposed to be like a normal Zen mirror. But it's really, really clever to have built this up out of those platforms. It's a great home to build upwards. Oh yeah, and the Murkmire calendar up above there with a good lighting on it. Yeah, this is really well done with the Murkmire walls and the platforms, just layering them up. I love it, and especially with this setting here, with the nice the trees and the ferns and everything, really placing this very well. Okay, now I believe the home itself is openable, so let's go inside. See if there's more of the zoo inside. Ah, there is. Oh, yeah. So we have these little natural settings for these wild critters. And really good focus on the plants. Like, they're just really well put in here. Keeping the skull bloom there. Oh, the skull bloom actually gets featured. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I didn't even realize this before. They each have like little name plaques, so it'd be like, this is the scientific name of the creatures, and this is where it's found. Don't feed the Hajmota. It's like really, yeah, it's really cute. And all within this Argonian style, which works really perfectly for this. Because it feels like very natural with all the wood and the bamboo for the barriers here. The Strangler in its own area. Oh, our cute little guar. Oh, our little Bandom guar. Oh, it's so cute. Oh. This is a really clever concept. Somebody says I'm stealing the signs idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. So those are just using those little sequence plaques from Clockwork City, right? And they're kind of vague. They're just like little pictograms there, so you can't really tell what it's supposed to say. So it's a good way of doing that with being nondescript. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. I think it'll be. I don't think it can go up or anything. So, is there a second story to this place that's accessible from the outside? I think there is. So, let me check that out really fast. Aha! Aha! Ooh, we have the hist seed. Building off the Argonian theme of this place. Very colorful. The plate again describing what this is. Cave on the side? Wait, there's something else? The Argonian eggs look nice there too. Cave on the side. Oh, maybe... Oh, there's just like a natural area back here. I don't... with the water coming down. I don't think I'm supposed to go out there, though. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything to get to. Okay, I can try going out here. I don't think there's anything out here, though. Okay. This kind of shows a waterfall, and that goes down here, and feeds into the forest down below. Mixed 2014 says, this is drastically different from my Stay Moist mansion. Amazing. Yeah, totally different. It's a really fun take on this. With the Argonian, the plants, and the walkways, and the critters. I like the critters, too. Okay, next we'll go to Charolais. Hopefully I can get here. Coldharbour's real estate. As we continue to tour homes from the Divine Design Alliance Guild, does it actually port in me? On a big delay if it is. There we go. Okay, continuing along. Charolais has won a bunch of our previous housing contests, so tends to do some really amazing things. Wondering what will be here. Hope I haven't been to this one before. Maybe I have. I saw I had very old visual effects. Makes me think that maybe I have been here. It's just been a long time. I don't know. I'll probably be impressed in any case. We have an NPC cardinal. What is this place? We have... No, this doesn't look familiar. Cardinal overlooks everything. Okay, overlooking the garden. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the garden, even though Cardinal is a big distraction there. Somebody says, Argonian zoos and underwater gardens, botany schools, so creative. That's what's really fun about that, is you have like a kind of like a basic premise, like gardens, and the housing community within the Divine Design Alliance Guild takes it in a lot of different directions, right? So you can do a lot with it. You know, put your own spin on it. Go in a new, creative way. I haven't seen this before. This is really, really, really good, actually. I like the hedges being sunk down, kind of creating these pathways. Good use of all the pots and everything to have the plants in here. And some elevations so you can see out on everything. Very, very subtly using the edges of some walkways here just to kind of break this up. Give the chickens some privacy. Yeah, it's nice to see it broken up a little bit. Those little barriers help, even like these little pebbles help, right? Kind of set that boundary. Beautiful fountain as a centerpiece here. I like the statues kind of being elevated out of that too, with the plants there. Kind of makes it feel more in place, like it belongs there. I guess I'm surprised I haven't seen so many statues. I often think of statues and gardens going really well together, but people took the theme so many different ways that nice traditional statuary gardens. I haven't been to many of those. And off to the side we have, ooh, nice relaxing sugar pipe sitting area. Beautiful waterfall. Oh man, I've seen a lot of these lunar cactuses already. I probably should have bought more from the luxury vendor last week. Makes me wonder what the deal with the luxury vendor is going to be this week, because they didn't have any old luxury furnishings last week. I wonder if that will be the case again. Stephanie says, I like her colors. Yeah, this is Charlotte. Charlotte is really good with the colors scheme, right? Even adding the aurora up above to the sky, you can kind of see the different colors, and kind of like as each of the different colors of their aurora flashes, you can kind of see how those coordinate with the colors down below, because this is very open. So you see the green flash, and you can kind of see all the green there. You see the red, and it kind of draws attention to the red. So it's a clever use of the lighting effects here with all the garden down below. All the waterfalls. I love how each layer of this has its own theme with a different color. And lit up very naturally with a lot of those glowing thistles and some of the other glowing plants. Yeah, that lunar cactus makes a good, like, framing for various things. So it can just kind of hold about anything, such as a statue here. Expecting to see a lot more of those cacti going forward. A great viewing area of everything down below. Go to the other side. So much built up here. It's amazing. Up above. Oh, we have like a a portal. I have a portal out somewhere. And a couple vines up there just to kind of tie the garden together. Good use of the Elsewhere Sarcophagus as a planter there for the big trees. Amazing how much a difference something like the music box can make. Otherwise, it would feel very much more dreary here, even though all the furnishings look really elegant, right? The music makes a big difference. Okay, so that's Charolais Coldharbour Cereal Estate. Love it, love it. Continuing along, over to Skull-Lord's up next. Hopefully. There we go. Skull-Lord always uses the Coldharbour Cereal Estate for these things, and always ends up taking them down like every other week, so it's always a sad thing, but always fun to see some new creation. Curious what the new garden will be. Mick says, prediction for luxury tomorrow is Elsewhere Sarcophagus, Lunar Champion, Elsewhere... Oh, Elsewhere Sarcophagus, Lunar Champion, Elsewhere Sarcophagus Lid, Lunar Champion, Elsewhere gazebo, ancient stone, elsewhere altar, dark moons. So elsewhere items tomorrow. All new? One thing I'm worried about is that they kind of like didn't bring something back. So it's like, are they going to just skip I think they skipped Velothi stuff, so do we just not get Velothi stuff this year? I don't know. Okay, so here is Skull Lord's Garden. Wow, yeah, this is completely different. I think the last time I was in Skull Lord's place, it was like an elsewhere house that had like a altar in the middle of it. There's a big portal. So this is way different. Like we have the trees, we have a path. I totally want to go off the path and look at some of these things though. Like we have we have the waterfalls. I like how the waterfalls have been, like, normally you would put them flat because that's kind of like more the physics of the water, right? But they've been angled ever so slightly just so that you can get a little bit of a better look down into it. So I like that. You can kind of imagine the pipe here feeding the water. And we have these really interesting kind of alien-looking, glowing star pattern flowers. Using the plums and like pumpkins. That's different. So kind of creating kind of alien-looking plants or alien crystal plants here. Skull Lord is not afraid to go creative with the furnishings. You think they'll all be new luxury furnishing? We'll find out tomorrow. No skipping the crystals on the luxury vendor. I like the jumping fish. Kind of conveys movement, conveys action, even though they're very static. Kind of just imagine them following the path there. Good use of the Breton carpet there, just to kind of signify water. Okay, I like the angled waterfall, just so you can see the water a little bit more effectively. Or more of these alien flowers. Love the colors. They're very, very bright. Okay, and then inside we have some sort of like a processing area. This feels like a very controlled growing area. Maybe these plants are important for research. Or alchemy or something. It's the big globs of water using those Psijic orbs. Then up above, we have we have this feels like a life-sustaining mechanism. So maybe all of this is just to feed and make this efficient so that this tormented being here, whose twisted nature to prolong himself and give himself life energy, it feels kind of like this. This is very... This feels like a story. Like this would be some sort of like a... maybe a foe that you have to confront at some point during some adventure, right? I like the creative use of the... like even the crossed legs and everything. Adding the little joints there in the knees. It's a really twisted nature creature. Just kind of sapping all the energy out of these enchanted plants. Kind of wonder where they got their magical powers. Probably feeding off of soul energy. You just have to imagine it feeds off of soul energy. Let's see if there's anything back here that indicates how this is maybe working. Oh, interesting use of these display cases. The flowers in them. Avant-garde. I like the style, though. It really kind of is something that makes you, like, use your imagination a lot, right? In a very creative way. I think butterflies... Now, the butterflies are attracted to this. Maybe it's just because of the bright lights, or maybe it's because it resonates with nature. So maybe this isn't a twisting of nature. It feels a little twisted, though. A little corrupt. Or maybe it's a restoration. Maybe it's more of like a... trying to put things back into balance. I think it's the opposite of that, though. With all those crystals kind of feeding that. Oh, that's really interesting. Good use of the plants. That's what I gotta say with that. I like it. I like it. Okay, we'll keep moving along. Not very many homes left. We have half a dozen left. Next up, Soko Kings. Grand Citric Villas. We continue to tour Gardens from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. We've seen a lot so far. Yeah, that's that replica cursed orb of Meridia that gives that pulsing effect. You can actually set it to be lots of different colors, but the most popular one is that giant bright white pulse. Pixelated Puka says, it's amazing here. It makes a big impact. Definitely does. Okay, continuing along. Touring large gardens. And if you're in the Divine Design Alliance Guild, I hope that you've been maybe keeping track of which ones you like the most, or maybe you can go revisit some of them, because they are voting on the winners for this. This is a contest going on right now within the Divine Design Alliance Guild, so if you're in DDA, be sure to get your votes in. Okay, going to Soko King's Villa up next. Here we go. Okay, turning around. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, where do you go from here? This is such a large space. They've really changed it up too. I'm gonna go up this way because I see kind of like a cave here with the mushrooms. Normally not like this at all. Kind of drawing me up into this. Oh, we have like a shower area. Huh, interesting way of doing that with a with a little clockwork goblet sunk down into there as like a water drain. Huh, interesting. Anyway, we'll focus more on the garden aspects. Like a lot of magical plants being brought in. It's interesting how like this entire place has been turned into this cave system. The Grand Citric Villa is not something I would think somebody should make a cave out of because it's so big. So it's really interesting what they've been able to do with this. But then once you have that cave infrastructure there, you can kind of like add the glowing mushrooms and kind of change the way that things would behave down here, where it's darker, so you're going to have more of these glowing plants. And kind of builds off the water. Bit more alien down in the cave. Probably doesn't get disturbed too often. Okay, let's go up the other way. was blocked off. It's a little creepy. We see some, like, Iron Maidens and whatnot. Gives it maybe a more of like a lair feel, not just a cave, but this is where some people come and do weird sacrifice thingies or weird torture stuff. I probably don't want to stay here too long. It looks like the main entryway has been blocked off, so I don't have to go explore that. Seems like the main components of the garden are like right here, though. Kind of crystals underground too. Okay, I think that will mostly do it. So, really cool cave in the villa. You have to use a lot of rocks to do that. It's amazing that they've been able to pull it off so well. And then all the glowy plants underneath. Really fun, really fun. And a few hints of a few sinister things going on in this cave. Really nice use of the plants. Okay, next up we'll go to Squirrel Monkey's Lynchel Grand Manor. As we continue to tour homes around the Divine Design Alliance Guild. Specifically, large gardens this time. We only have 5 homes left. 5 homes left. And we'll wrap up. We'll do some giveaways for Twitch chat. Lynchel Grand Manor. Okay, there we go. Squirrel Monkey up next. Oh no, didn't work. Third time's a charm. Hopefully. There we go. Hopefully you can be thinking about maybe what you want to incorporate into your gardens at home. Whether you just want to have a nice courtyard with a lot of plants growing in it, or whether you want to have some nice like indoor potted plant areas, or if you just want to have something that really builds off of a color theme. This is a lot different with the red and the green. Kind of building those together with the crystals. Oh, what did they do to Debella? That's a really creepy effect, though. So that's that dwarven crystal mechanism, the red crystal coming out of the chest with the green flame. It looks like it hurts. Like you feel like this is like a power source, but it can feel the pain of it. Whose house is this one? This is, I want to say, oh, let's see. This is Squirrel Monkeys. Squirrel Monkeys. Lynchel Grand Manor. Beautiful, though. It is beautiful. Let's see if they kind of stick with this red and green theme throughout this. It looks like they've kind of done that. So they'll have like the flame, they'll have the green flame and the normal brazier flame there. Let's see if there's anything in the barn. Okay, it's like a workshop. There are plants in here too. Even the planter here, kind of feeding into the alchemy station. Nice little indoor garden. Okay. Seems like a main things are outside. But yeah, even just like a little trellis or whatever you want with just a few plants in it here and there. Kind of signifies those are the things that you're using for your alchemy. Oh, there's like a throne through the water. I want to go see what that's about. The really ominous green flames and the sunken braziers. It's like the water is on fire. I don't know if this is very safe. I wonder about the fumes. If I can breathe very well here. Oh, this is like really... I love the color here. Really good placement on things. And then adding things like these anemones that kind of... They pulse a little bit. Adds a lot more movement to the place. Continuing with the red and green theme over this way too. Nice gazebo. Thunder. It's been very thunderstormy lately. Hopefully I don't lose power. It doesn't happen too often. Wiggly anemones are creepy. They tend to be. Oh, there's a little stink corn here. Okay, I see the red, I see the green. It's inviting me in. It's inviting me inside. Are there going to be more garden elements inside? There are. Good, good, good. Okay, I see the main back room. Okay, kitchen area. Ooh, I love the sink there, using that dwarven fountain. Okay, but it's not a garden. Let's look for a garden. Ooh, so we kind of had seen the outside kind of welcomed us with this really bright red seal. Oh, by the way, there is going to be an achievement furnishing coming out, a Scalebreaker. That's just a big orb of... It's a hemoglobin orb, but it has like a really like cool red light source down below it, kind of like this seal. And the cool thing about that, you can also sink it down into the ground and just have the seal look on it. It's actually a lot more versatile than this 6th house totem seal. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I have a mix of things here with, like, we had the Dibella outside, so we see the Dibella sigils here as well, but mixing it with the Dark Brotherhood, kind of like a little bit of a little twist on Dibella. It's like a corruption. Yeah, the blood orb thingy is going to be the hemoglobe. It's going to be like a game changer for housing as far as having a really versatile red light. And, oh, and we have like a little terrarium. Aw, it's cute. It's super cute. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of these little... They're just like little compact gardens, right? With the cactuses and just kind of capturing a little bit of nature. I love how the colors really match this fire toad here, where it has like a really orange chest and then like a green back, and so you can see these colors also fit very well with that, right? So I think the color choices here are phenomenal. I love it. Okay. Oh, yeah, and there's also that off version where the orb will disappear, but then it turns it into more of like an orange sigil. Yeah. It's actually one of the few ways you can make a furnishing like disappear, which is kind of odd, but it'll be cool. Ooh, nice vanity here. Like all the potted plants inside too. Kind of bringing the garden inside a lot. That's the baby. And a lovely garden-centric bathroom with shower and all the plants around. Again with the red and the green theme. Though here it doesn't feel like ominous and creepy and a little demonic. it feels more relaxing and peaceful. So the red and the green don't necessarily have to be intimidating. They can be nice and inviting. Based off of how you place these, based off of the context here, I think things like the wedding blossoms or these little glow stalks, they're unintimidating. They kind of lighten this place up, make this red and green theme welcoming instead of scary. So, and then you go outside, and it's a little more frightening outside. I mean, it looks really cool, but it kind of just like symbolizes like power, there's like powerful energy here. You're maybe not welcome, but on the inside, it's a lot more welcoming. So anyway, I think this is really well done. They used a lot of different skills in putting this together. Okay, really great job, Squirrel Monkey. Okay, next up, Steel the Peels, Hall of the Lunar Champion. Just 4 homes left. Zermahawk says, getting some bad stream lag. Might be weather or internet. Oh, yeah, I see that. Uh-oh. Wait. How long has it been like that? Let me refresh the... Okay, we're going in. Oh yeah, that's like really bad, isn't it? No, I see it freezing up. Yeah, we are still trying to get some... Oh, we just simply can't afford the more expensive internet connection, but I think that would help the stream quality a lot. So if you can donate, you can do that down below from the stream window. That would help a lot, even if it's just a little bit. Okay, and then, what is this? It's Steel the Peels, Hall of the Lunar Champion. I'll call this a mushroom garden until I figure out what else it might be, because it's really creepy. We have death everywhere. We have Namira. We have rottenness everywhere. Creepiness everywhere. Mushroom. Death and decay. Weirdly well done. I like the mushrooms. Ooh, we have like a nice layering here of this shelving so things kind of stand out on it. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, have I done enough deathy things today? You hope you've done enough. It's super creepy. Now here's the thing, I don't know if this is going to be all of it or if there's going to be more outside. So I'm going to go outside and go see. Let's see. Oh, I'm stuck. I keep getting stuck on all the corpses. It happens way too often. Namira Garden, yeah, it's a lot different. Outside, at least you can breathe a bit outside, a bit more open. But continuing with the kind of, you see some grisly meat there, and the mushrooms, and the creepy torture devices and everything, so it seems like it continues a little bit outside. It's not quite as deathy, but it's still a little bit... Okay, it's like super deathy. That's the best place to hold the kebabs. Just right in the torso. This is super creepy. Who is being served here? I guess... Who has this feast been set for? With the scorpions. Maybe it's just a cinch. Wants a big buy the Veladrith head. Oh, we're going to get Veladrith mask broom box. End of the month. So everybody can walk around looking like this. It's going to be amazing. They charge you to install the cable. Yes, there's a big install fee. That's one of the big barriers for us upgrading it. Pixelated says there's a lovely feast laid out for me. Oh, it's laid out for me. Oh, I appreciate the effort that went into it. I'm on a little bit of a diet myself though, so I think I've got to pass on actually eating anything. Strict no eating anything diet until I'm out of here. I think those are my dietary restrictions. Super creepy feast. I thought maybe it would be a little bit more tame on the outside. Turns out that's not the case. I do love all the mushrooms and everything kind of growing out of everywhere. Or like the dead logs, the fallen logs with the bushes growing out from them. It's all very well done. And as a garden, it's not one of those quaint and peaceful gardens when you know that there's a feast of death laid out for you. It's rude not to eat something after they went to all that effort. Oh, I know. It might make me dinner. Probably. I would probably be the best tasting thing on that table. Wait, there's more. No, there's not more down there. Okay, I think that will do it. Okay, fun place. Not expecting a big feast of death outside. That was fun. Okay, Steal the Peel. Okay, no, now we'll go to Sue Offs, Serenity Falls. 3 homes left. Okay, come on. Yeah, 1 second. 2. Okay. No, well, it didn't go. No. Three homes left, so we continue to tour large gardens from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. It's been really incredible. Lots of different ways of doing this. For anybody that's voting within the Divine Design Alliance Guild, it'll be hard to choose. Putrid says, do you know a good price for the Alien Fire Brazier plan? Oh. It's one of the most rare ones. They tend to go for like 2 million, but I don't know if that market has changed much. Weird off-the-wall question, but that's okay. Light's very important to housing. Be definitely interesting to see how Scalebreaker changes the very rare furnishing plan market since they're adding Alinor plans and Clockwork City plans to the Rip Voucher vendor. Should be good for housing overall. Make furnishings a lot more accessible. Ooh, good little coral build up here. Ooh, love the color, so bright. Okay, where to go? There's a little side room over here. I feel drawn to it. Oh, the griffin. Oh wait, I have griffin. I pretty well always pull out the griffin whenever I see the griffin, because I don't remember about the griffin until I see the griffin, and it always reminds me how cute it is. There we go. Oh, it's adorable. Just using a lot of vines to really make this more one with nature. A lot of plants being used here. Just vines everywhere, and like the trellises, so they have something to grow up on. Mix says, we need ancient culture furnishing documents that contain random dwarven and alien plans. And maybe. I'm not actually the biggest fan of them releasing the furnishing plans for super cheap. Just from an economic perspective, I think that there needs to be some incentive for people to actually craft the furnishings, and if there's not really any profit margin in it, then it ends up being a bit of a disincentive towards crafting. So I think it ends up being beneficial if the furnishing plans are moderately priced. They don't have to be super, super expensive, but it's not good if they're all super, super cheap either. Anyway, that's like a little niche thing. Okay, I'm gonna go head inside. See if there's anything inside. Oh, there is. Well, a lot of paintings. Maybe a few things that have been brought in from the outside garden area. Doesn't necessarily feel like a continuation of the garden. Oh, but we do have more vines, so kind of continuing with that theme. A couple vines here and there, and there we go, potted plants back here. Just bringing in a little bit of the garden inside. Don't be afraid to use plants inside. Plants are your friends. Okay, 2 homes left. Tess 318's Clockwork Laboratory up next. From a collector's standpoint, you don't want them to be super, super hard to get all the furnishing plans, right? I can understand that, because they made some of them weirdly hard to get. I don't know if it was fully intentional, for one thing. Okay, just the last 2 homes. Test 318's Observatory Prior. This will have some visual effects from essential housing tools. We'll see how those have been incorporated. Observatory Prior, you know, it's a clockwork template on this. You don't normally think of a lot of plants growing out of brass, right? So what is this going to look like as far as a garden? How did they make this a habitable place? Suitable place for plant life? We'll see. It's an odd choice, but I bet that they will have made this work somehow. We'll see, we'll see. Well, one thing that you can do is you can just kind of use the fabricant-style trees. There we go, Sarcophagus Journal. Because they themselves look kind of brassy. They reflect the light well. Oh, I see. So this is kind of clever. So kind of building off of the clockwork theme of the backdrop here. Like you use the clockwork barrel here. Where's the keg? Barrel? Yeah, and just use that as the planter, right? So we have fabricant trees, we have clockwork planters. We have these sequence plaques as like an elevator up. So not being afraid of the challenge of the clockwork theme. And kind of building structures up. Oh yeah, this looks really nice with the fountain, with the niches there. The niche Little baby netches look content floating there, right? Okay, so we have a Jura there with the Clockwork Ori up above. It's interesting because the colors there are very similar between the Azura statue and the Clockwork Ori above, so it's kind of tying that together, or like the gong down below here too. So kind of tying everything up. Ooh, I nearly fell. Okay, then there's a platform, observation platform out here. we have the merchant up in a hot air balloon. Oh, I like that hot air balloon, using that mysterious clockwork sphere and the Hughesbane basket. I think that's what it is. And just a couple of support rods. It works really well, right? Anyway, it's not necessarily a garden feature, but at least she has a good view of all the garden from up there. Let's put Griffin away. Interesting. So we have like the garden here, and then we have kind of this green water. Maybe it's like industrial clockwork runoff. Somehow the plants can still live off of it. Wait, read the book? Read the book? There was a book I was supposed to read? Okay. Reading a book. Guide to Dwemer megastructures. Wait, I haven't discovered that somehow? Oh, it's too long to read. It is appropriate, though. Scale and complexity. Nearly impossible. Building this place up seems like an impossible task. Okay, on the other side, ooh, we do have a lot more plant stuff over here. I'm curious about that. And a very interesting meat smoker. Clockwork style meat cooker. Okay, focusing on the garden though. Looks like the precursors are putting on a play. Big potted plants. Again, with that kind of like brassy metal look to it. Tying together with the clockwork style. We're adding the wedding blossoms to the fountain here. Really brightens that up. Not quite sure what they grow off of, but life has found a way to grow out of the brass fortress. Okay, I think that will mostly do it. I'll see if I can't go inside. I don't know if there's going to be anything inside. Is there going to be garden stuff inside? I'll see if there's garden stuff inside. Uh-oh. If I can get up. Up? Oh, we do have another fountain that's been prettied up with a lot of flowers. It's pretty cool, adding these like little shelves here. That's actually really cool. So you can put a couple of candles there or other little fun knickknacks. And the flowers. Flowers look nice. Bringing the garden from outside inside. Oh, wow, this is really cute. Really cute little aquarium. It's using the very end of that fabricant tank. Just has that little bit of water effect, and they just kind of sandwich all the starfish in there. Yeah, that's clever. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's it. As far as the gardens are concerned. And dead bodies. Didn't you even play Clockwork City? Oh yes. That's how we power everything. Spoilers. No, not really. Oh no, we do have more garden down below. Perfect. Well, they weren't dead when they started. These red guard enclosure arcs make perfect planters here. And then this is okay. I was trying to figure out what they use for this. I think that they use the top of mushrooms, poison packs, shelf mushrooms, specifically poison packs, shelf mushrooms, to make some dirt for the planter here. So we have these little retaining walls segmenting this off, and so we actually have like a nice garden with some pumpkins and some lettuce and some radishes. Very active. We have like a bucket there full of things. Adding a couple little apples to the tree. People are impressed by this. We have a little banana tree. I guess that's how banana trees look. I don't think that's quite how banana trees look, but you can pretend, or you can imagine it being some sort of other tree, right? So it's a clever use of that. Other things growing on that. I like it. So we don't really have dirt in ESO, so using the tops of the mushrooms as dirt, you can make your own dirty garden there, right? Everolius, it's so pretty. I really like that. That's a good detail. I like the planters back here too. This ended up being my favorite room of this place. Okay. And finally, we'll go to Tiffy Villa's Cedric Villa. Okay, there's a specific place I'm supposed to go to in this. I don't think it's the whole house that's been decorated. So this will be our final home, final large home for gardens from the Divine Design Alliance Guild. It's been really fun. Thank you everybody for making these available. And thank you again to everybody within the DD8 leadership for making this possible. And we'll go see. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, I'm supposed to go to the right behind the house. Okay, but there seems to be a lot of other things going up on the outside, so I want to check out the outside. Really good use of the trees really fills this space up a lot. Kind of these twisted trees growing around the water feature here. Really bright. These really tall fabricant trees give this space a bit of privacy. Kind of walls it off. Oh wait, what is this? There's like a lot going on with this place. A lot of trees scattered about. Anything down below? Now there's some sort of ramp here. This is unusual. I don't think I've ever seen anybody build up this way, so I'm curious what they put up here. Or maybe they just wanted to see if they could build up here. Because I've toured a lot of villas. I've never seen anybody make a thing out this way. I think they just wanted to see where all they could build. Oh, that's a little disappointing. But That's where you're telling me to get up on. Go. Oh, there's one of these, but on the other side. But this is really interesting to see that with the villa, you can build up around the side of the mountain, right? There's a goat. There's one of these, but it's up on the other side. I'm actually glad I went up this way, because I didn't know you could build up this way. I think people should hide more things up there, right? Okay, partly there's something like that, but on the other side. I saw the goat. The goat was worth it. Goat made it worth it. So I wouldn't have been able to see the goat if I had just gone this other way, the way I'm supposed to go. Goat is the best part. Exactly. Oh, there are some visual effects here. Just a couple firefly effects here around the Magna Geode. The wind chimes. Oh, there was an interesting dev post saying that they were looking into actually increasing the sound magnitude and radius of these wind chimes so that they have a bit more impact. That'll be interesting. Oh, we have scuttleblooms. Oh, okay. I was worried about not seeing enough scuttleblooms during our garden contest here, so I'm happy to see some scuttleblooms representing. How making this feel very aquatic. Good use of the plants there. There's a big mushroom out there. That's not normally there. It makes me wonder if there's anything down below. Okay, no. I am testing Stavity's patience. Okay, there's some sort of other walkway up this way. I think this is the main thing. Wait, there's another thing that way. I think the main thing I'm supposed to go to is that way. I'm going to go up this way. Stavity says she's a patient cow. Sure you are. Wow, you can really build up high. Ooh, wait. What's with all, like, the forked paths? It's like, oh, there's, like, more ways to go up. I see these spore pod plants. Makes me think that there's going to be more garden stuff up above. Well, we have, like, the kind of peach-colored fireflies up here. They fit the color of the spore pods. Maybe it's as if the spores have been released, and that's the color of them. That makes sense. Good little touch. Wow, yeah, you can really build up high if you use these ramps to get up. Okay, there's another ramp here, and then there's going to be another one down below, so... Yeah, there's one down below there, too. Oh, interesting. So adding lots of little gardens just kind of out here. This feels like an eagle nest almost, just kind of like out in the top here. Again, kind of pulling the colors out of these multi-hued cacti and kind of just being like, there's this kind of pink color, magenta color, and making those the light effects here. This is like all behind the... I'm surprised more people haven't built up here. The invisible walls in these places tend to kind of wrap around pretty far, so you can do a lot with them. Oh, I'm so gonna fall. I'm so gonna die. I appreciate this, so I don't fall off. Okay, I think that was it. So I think the main thing there was that cactus. So, two ways to get there. You can go up around that way, or you can go up this way. I guess we'll end there then. I'll go back up there, and we'll wrap up. Really high up. Uh-oh. There we go. Ooh, I almost fell. Don't want to fall. Bad place to fall. Okay, we'll wrap up here. In the cactus spore cloud. Perfect. It is pretty. There we go. Okay, we'll wrap up here. We'll do some giveaways for Twitch chat, and then we'll be good. And then we'll do more of these tomorrow because DDA has tons of people that want to enter the gardens for this contest, so they have a normal size limit as well. So we'll be doing those tomorrow. They won't take nearly as long to tour because they're smaller. No, yeah, there's more marshwood ladders to be able to ramp everywhere. We're good. Cactus Fairy Cloud. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody in Twitch chat for participating. Thank you, everybody from Divine Design Alliance for allowing me to come and tour your homes, and for leadership for putting these together. This has been really fun. So, hope you've been able to get some decoration inspiration as we tour these 24 large garden homes. It's been really fun. We saw tons of different ways of making gardens work. Really creative, really decorative, very stylish. You can figure out what works for your home, what style works for your home, and just have fun with it, right? Personalize it. Get yourself some plants, put them in your home, put them in your garden, make them look nice. I think plants in general really can add a lot of vibrancy to a home, bring it to life. So yeah, bring your home to life with a beautiful garden. And stay spicy. Moo.